This video is the first in a new series titled Trivia in Chief. Over the course of this series, I will be sharing interesting stories and little-known facts about our presidents. The first president was, of course, George Washington. One of the classic stories about Washington's childhood is when he cut down the cherry tree, leading to him telling his father, "I cannot tell a lie." Many people also know that this story is false. After the American Revolution, Washington became a larger-than-life hero. In 1815, the state of North Carolina commissioned a statue of Washington that resembled statues of Roman generals. In 1832, a statue of Washington was commissioned for the U.S. Capitol, known as Enthroned Washington. It depicts Washington in the style of Zeus Olympios, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. The Apotheosis of Washington, the fresco in the Capitol Rotunda, also depicts Washington as being larger than life. One of the earliest things to make Washington a larger-than-life figure was a book written by Mason Locke Weems in 1800. Weems, who went by Parson Weems, was born in 1759. He became a minister, but in 1794, he decided to become a traveling book salesman. His mobile bookstore, called the Flying Library, traveled throughout the nation. His 1800 book about Washington was titled The Life of Washington and became a bestseller. Unfortunately, the book focused on making Washington seem more righteous than others and included many false stories. For the book's 5th edition, published in 1809, Weems added the story of Washington cutting down the cherry tree. The book sold more copies in America than any other book, except for the Bible. The story of the cherry tree became popular across the country, even though there was no evidence for the story. Once it was realized the cherry tree anecdote was false, Weems became even more well-known. In 1939, artist Grant Wood, best known for painting American Gothic, depicted Parson Weems presenting the cherry tree story. Washington became our first president in 1789 and served 2 terms. Washington remains the only president never affiliated with a political party. After stepping down as president, he retired to Mount Vernon. He died December 14, 1799. When the U.S. Capitol building was designed, a crypt was placed beneath the rotunda, intention of it serving as Washington's final resting place. Washington was never laid to rest inside the Capitol, as his will specified he was to be buried at Mount Vernon. The crypt in Washington's tomb at the Capitol building remain empty to this day. George Washington, the father of our country, is one of America's most well-respected presidents. His successor, John Adams, is the subject of my next video. Thank you.